In today's fast-paced world, we often overlook the small actions and words that shape our daily lives. We may not even realize how our reactions, decisions, and attitudes can either enhance or diminish our well-being and fortune. Sometimes, it only takes a small shift in our mindset or actions to make a significant impact on our lives. Today, let's explore the profound wisdom of Buddha and how small, seemingly insignificant actions can either elevate or lower our fortunes. The importance of self-awareness. We often live life on autopilot, repeating the same habits and routines without ever questioning their impact. Buddha's teachings encourage us to reflect on our actions and words regularly, to examine whether they contribute to our growth or hinder it. Have you ever caught yourself being overly critical or judgmental, perhaps even in situations where it wasn't necessary? These small actions, though seemingly minor, can affect not only our relationships, but also our inner peace and happiness. When we fail to reflect on our actions, we may unknowingly cultivate negative energy that impacts our relationships and opportunities. Just as a small leak can cause a great flood, a small negative habit can undermine our well-being over time. The story of the merchant and his transformation. Let's begin with a story of a successful merchant named Ashwat who lived in ancient India. Ashwat started his business with nothing but a small bundle of cloth and a sharp business mind. Over the years, his sharp instincts helped him succeed, and soon he became a prosperous businessman. But as his wealth grew, so did his ego and his sense of self-importance. At first, Ashwat was humble, eager to learn from his experiences and from those around him. But as time went on, he became more rigid, demanding perfection from his employees and harshly criticizing anyone who made even the smallest mistake. His once vibrant and bustling shop became filled with tension, with employees walking on eggshells, afraid to make mistakes. One day, an employee named Saja made a small mistake while handling a valuable piece of merchandise. Ashwat's response was harsh, and the entire shop became quiet with fear. Ashwat's attitude and reaction to the small mistake reflected his growing sense of control and fear of losing his hard-earned success. He became so fixated on avoiding any loss that he failed to see the bigger picture. The power of compassion and wisdom. One day, Ashwat was approached by an elderly woman named Lakshmi, who had been in the business for many years. She had seen many people come and go, and her reputation as a wise and compassionate person was known throughout the town. She gently reminded Ashwat that small mistakes were a part of life, and that he could not expect perfection from others all the time. Her words struck a chord with Ashwat. He had been so consumed with his fear of failure that he had forgotten the true essence of business and life: compassion, understanding, and patience. Ashwat's mind was closed, and he had become so focused on his own rightness that he had stopped listening to others. The wisdom of Buddha teaches that the mind, like a vessel, can either be small and narrow or vast and open. Ashwat's mind had become small, filled with judgment, anger, and pride. The path to wisdom is not just about achieving success, but also about maintaining humility and compassion for others. The turning point, a lesson in humility. The turning point in Ashwat's life came when he encountered an old friend from his past, a young merchant named Ravi, who had a new idea for a business model. Ravi was eager and passionate, and he proposed a new way of trading goods that would benefit both local and distant merchants. Ashwat, however, rejected the idea immediately, mocking Ravi for his naive thinking. That night, Ashwat found himself restless. He reflected on his actions, realizing that he had become so set in his ways that he could no longer appreciate fresh perspectives. He had become rigid, closed off to new ideas, and unwilling to learn from others. This realization marked the beginning of his transformation. The wisdom of Buddha teaches that growth comes from recognizing our flaws and opening our hearts to others. We must let go of our egos and embrace humility if we are to truly understand the world around us. Ashwat's transformation began when he acknowledged his narrow-mindedness and sought to change. A new path, embracing change and compassion. The next morning, Ashwat visited a temple on the outskirts of town, seeking guidance from an elderly monk named Prajila. Prajila was known for his deep wisdom and calm demeanor. Ashwat poured out his frustrations and regret, sharing his feelings of anger, fear, and self-doubt. Prajila listened patiently, then spoke gently. Your heart is like a small vessel. You have closed it off with pride, fear, and anger. To truly grow, you must open your heart to others and recognize that mistakes are a natural part of life. The path to wisdom is not through force or control, but through compassion and understanding. Ashwat's heart began to soften as Prajila's words sank in. He realized that he had been so focused on being right that he had forgotten the importance of kindness and empathy. Prajila taught him the art of meditation and breathing exercises, which helped him calm his mind and reflect on his actions more clearly. The change begins. Over time, Ashwat's approach to business and life began to shift. When his employee Saja made another mistake, Ashwat took a deep breath and calmly reassured him that mistakes were a part of learning. The atmosphere in the shop changed as well. Employees no longer feared making mistakes, but instead felt empowered to contribute their ideas and suggestions. At home, Ashwat's relationship with his wife, Priya, also improved. One evening, Priya suggested a change in the store's layout to accommodate more customers. Instead of reacting with anger as he had done before, Ashwat listened attentively and agreed to her suggestion. This newfound openness and humility allowed Ashwat to reconnect with the people around him. His employees, his family, and even his old friend Ravi noticed the change in him. His shop became a place of collaboration and growth, where ideas were shared freely and everyone was treated with respect. The wisdom of Buddha: small changes, big impact. Ashwat's story teaches us an important lesson. Small changes in our mindset and actions can have a profound impact on our lives. When we open our hearts, listen to others, and embrace humility, we create space for growth and transformation. The wisdom of Buddha reminds us that true success is not just about achieving material wealth or status, but about cultivating a peaceful heart, a kind spirit, and a compassionate mind. By letting go of our ego and fear, we can build stronger relationships, make wiser decisions, and find deeper satisfaction in our lives. The path to true happiness lies not in external achievements, but in internal growth and understanding. Conclusion: the power of compassion and self-reflection. As we reflect on Ashwat's journey, we are reminded of the power of self-awareness, humility, and compassion. The small actions we take every day, whether it's how we respond to a mistake, how we treat others, or how we approach challenges, can shape our fortune and our future. Buddha's teachings invite us to look inward and examine our hearts and minds. Are we operating from a place of fear and judgment, or are we open to learning, growing, and embracing change? By cultivating a compassionate and open heart, we can transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Remember, every small action counts. The way we speak, the way we act, and the way we treat others all contribute to our overall well-being. Let's strive to be more aware of our words and actions, and in doing so, we will create a life filled with love, peace, and prosperity. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May you find peace and wisdom in the teachings of Buddha, and may your heart grow ever larger with each passing day. Don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and remember to live with compassion and understanding. Conclusion: as Buddha's teachings show us, Every moment is an opportunity for growth and transformation. By recognizing the small things in life that impact our well-being, we can take steps toward a more peaceful and fulfilled life. Let's continue to reflect, learn, and grow together on this journey of self-discovery and compassion.